The cost of living in Medford has drastically changed over the past few years. But how much exactly? Well, in this video, we're gonna be breaking down how much it really costs to live here in Medford in 2022. What is up, everyone? Brad here. And on this channel, I make videos all about living here in Southern Oregon, as well as the overall real estate market. So to make sure that you don't miss a single video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. The first thing we need to break down though is housing. Whether it be owning a home or renting, I think it's safe to say that it's pretty important to have a place to live. So I think we can all agree on. Now, how we're gonna break down the housing costs, so is going to be in two different categories. We're gonna have if you choose to buy a home, and we are going to have the category if you choose to rent. Good luck with that. If we have a severe shortage of rentals, especially due to the Alameda fire, we still have tons of people displaced from that. So finding a rental is very tough, but we're gonna start with the buying. So currently the median home price here in Medford is actually about $400,000. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna plug this $400,000 home into this handy dandy mortgage calculator here. Editing Brad here. So went to go put in the numbers for the calculator here and actually came up with a totally different number than when I originally recorded the video. So the estimated monthly payment came out to being $22.32. So quite a big difference from when my original 1900 or whatever it was. So pretty big difference. This is going to be obviously fluctuate slightly based off of, your credit score and that kind of stuff. So if you do want a more in-depth look at what your mortgage would be, feel free to reach out to me and I can get you in contact with a good lender and we can kind of get those numbers worked out for you. Now, if you are looking at renting, I did go through and checked Craigslist to kind of see what the average rent was going for, and we are looking at about $1,800 to $2,200 for the same type of specs as the median home price. So that's going to be like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 15 to 2,000 square foot home. There is cheaper routes to this. You could go for a townhome or maybe even a apartment in an apartment complex, but those tend to have a little bit longer wait lists. So, and you're going to be paying a little bit less, and you're also not going to have this space. So take that into consideration. Next up is going to be utilities. And now if you decide to rent, some of these utilities are probably going to be included in your mortgage or your rent payment. So that is a plus. But currently I am paying about $50 a month for my gas and water, and that is gonna vary based on the season. So right now, we're in the middle of summer and we have a pretty big garden. So, we're using a lot more water and we're not really using a whole lot of gas currently because the only thing in our house that is gas is our heating, and we're definitely not heating our house when it's been 100 plus for the past week and a half. Now, our cooking stove is gas, so we still do use it. The overall usage is much lower during the summertime. Now, on the flip side, our power bill is insanely high right now. During the winter months, our power bill ranges about $80 to $90. Right now, it's sitting about $160. Now, I do live in an older home here in Medford, and it's not the most energy efficient, right? It doesn't have very good insulation, so I know I'm just working on cooling the outside down, which doesn't work, to be honest with you. So don't try that at home. The next one is gonna be internet, which is super important, especially for me and my family, because I do a lot of work from home. My wife has been doing a lot of work from home, and I know a lot of you guys that are watching these videos are doing remote work. So internet is pretty important. I currently have Charter Spectrum, but we do actually have some other internet providers now in the area. I'm still waiting for 100 Communications to actually be in my actual neighborhood to kind of give them a test run. But right now with Charter, I'm spending about $70 a month or so, and the internet is decent. I've been having some issues with it cutting out, which is not good, which is kind of the reason why I want to try out Hunter. Plus they're slightly cheaper. They're usually, I think they're about $50 to $60 a month. So not a whole lot difference, but if they're giving better internet and they're cheaper, no brainer. And then the last utility that we pay is garbage, and we pay $85 a month, and that gives us 3 cans. We has our garbage, has our recycle, and it has our green can. And depending on what route you're on, it's going to change a little bit. When we lived out in White City, we paid, I think it was $60 or $80, but it was every other month. So depending on where you are, the billing cycle might be a little bit different. But currently where I live, $85 per month for 3 cans. This next one though is going to be the one that's probably changed the most over the past few years, and that is food costs. So originally we would spend anywhere from $100 to $150 a month or a week on food. Currently though, we are spending $200 to $300, and it's usually closer to $300 unless we do a little bit overbuying on like meat products and stuff like that the week before. Typically it's a little bit closer to $300. Now this probably isn't going to change much from where you're moving from unless you're coming from a state that does have sales tax and stuff like that, but for the most part you're going to be paying probably pretty much the same. But if you do live here, I'm curious to see what you guys are spending a week on food, and if it's significantly less than this, please let me know in the comments where you're shopping, because right now we do most of our shopping at Trader Joe's, which seems to be the cheapest that we've been able to find, and the only downside is they don't always have everything that we need, so we might have to hop over like Walmart, Food for Less. So let me know in the comments down below. The next thing up is gonna be gas. Gas is gonna be, it's gonna vary drastically. You know, we were $5.30 a gallon. I think we're down to like $4.75-ish or something like that. So this is going to change drastically. So don't take this number as this is what gas prices are. Obviously, they're always, you know, changing with the market. So right now I'm spending about $75 to fill my car, and I fill it up about once a week. If it's a really busy week with a lot of showings and things like that, it might be twice a week. So $75 to fill the car. But if you are a hermit and you just stay home, you know, heck, you might be able to stretch a full tank of gas all month. But before we get to the last one, I do want to say that if you are considering making the move here to Southern Oregon, please reach out. All my contact information is down below. I've been helping tons of people relocate here and across Southern Oregon for the past 6 years, and I absolutely love it. So please reach out. I'd love to help out in any way possible. And the last one is going to be entertainment. Now the good news is a lot of the entertainment here in Medford is free. We all like free, right? I mean, aside from the gas that you have to spend to get to where you're going, and possibly the small parking fee or park pass that you need, which is typically like $4 to $5 depending on like what lake or what river you're going to. You can get away with having a good fun day, good fun weekend without really spending a whole lot of money. If you are looking to go out, eat dinner with your spouse, or if you are, you know, just want to go get up some drinks with some friends, you are looking to probably spend anywhere from $50 to $100 for a group of 2. And unless like you have more than like say 3 or 4 drinks, the $50 to $100 is probably going to be pretty accurate. Now, if you do drink more and you guys are bar hopping and stuff like that, obviously $50 to $100 is just out the window. You know, that thing is getting racked up on that Capital One. Now, if you are actually considering making the move here to Medford, you are definitely going to want to check out this video because there's some things that you need to know.